You don't want to hear it, but what if I told you that your smartphone isn't going to solve all of your problems? Neither will your dumb phone, neither will having an app on your phone to block distractions or anything like that. Rather, the reason I think we're becoming so distracted is not because of our phones as such, not because of the technology, the devices, but it's because of the internet. Now, this isn't going to be an internet bashing video, but what I would say is that the trend to refine devices, the trend to go from smartphones to dumb phones or have apps which block distractions or even apps on your laptop or your computer to block distractions, whilst these are good things, they don't actually solve the underlying problem. Now, I think a lot of people would also say that it comes down to discipline. And whilst I do agree with that, my opinion is that the internet is the underlying problem. Because with the internet, it creates an online environment. And a lot of these apps, a lot of these devices, a lot of these phones, they are pretty much internet based. And these are the sources of all of our distractions. That's my opinion, at least. So you take something like my iPhone or my BlackBerry, which I'm experimenting with. These are devices which, if I connect it to my Wi-Fi, if I have my mobile data on, I'm going to get notifications. I'm going to get updates. But if I turn the internet off, I won't get any notifications. Or, okay, I might get one or two, but I'm not going to get as many notifications and I'm not going to feel as tempted to scroll through these apps because if the internet's not working or it's been disabled, you can't use most of these apps. Instagram, you wouldn't be able to use it. YouTube, unless you've downloaded videos, you wouldn't be able to use it. And this applies to a lot of apps. So this is just a random thought that I had. This is a theory that I've developed at all or anything like that. But I think if you are looking to really improve your focus, if you're looking to simplify things, if you're looking to have fewer distractions, look less at the device that you're using, but think about the internet as being a big, 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 major source of this problem and something that, whilst it's very difficult to eliminate, and I'm not saying to eliminate it, but whilst it's difficult to maybe, let's say, pause, if you do it, then the distractions will be fewer and far between. It doesn't need an internet enabled app to disable another app. Just switch off the internet and do what you need to do. Now, I know this isn't always feasible for everyone, but when I think back to the times when I had a Nokia or thing like that, and granted I was younger, I don't think I was as distracted. But with the internet speeds increasing, the internet being so much easier to use, more user friendly to use, more accessible, you find yourself in this world of the internet as opposed to being in this world of 3D reality, you know, things that you can touch, things that you can actually physically feel. But my point is that maybe we should start looking at our internet habits as opposed to our device habits. So I don't know where I'm going with this exactly, but you know, perhaps for me, what I should be doing is when I'm working, I should probably just, if I'm not going to turn off my phone, turn off the internet, turn off the internet and use something offline. Use, instead of writing up a report, which I do on a daily basis on my internet enabled uh, software, I should perhaps just use Microsoft Word and just turn off the internet and be able to focus purely on what I'm writing as opposed to thinking, let me Google this. Let me look for that image. What's the meaning of this? What's the meaning of that? Perhaps I should just have Word open, write, and then at the end of my writing session, for example, then I go online. If that thought hasn't developed or if I haven't thought of the problem, sorry, if I haven't thought how to solve the problem. So maybe it's as simple as that. And as I said, I haven't developed this, but I really think that is the way forward is restricting internet usage, not necessarily device usage. I think we're sort of approaching it back to front. Um, Now, with my iPhone, it's internet enabled, and I've tried to use a dumb phone. And I'm not saying dumb phones, for example, are bad or a waste of time. I think they can get you going in the right direction, but they're not going to solve your problem, I don't think. Um, but yeah, getting a dumb phone is probably a good idea to get you started. Um, and a lot of dumb phones won't have, let's say, apps and things like that. But just be careful not to be that person who says, "Oh yeah, I need a dumb phone, but I need WhatsApp on it. I need this and that." That is part of the problem in itself, right? Maybe it's a case of just having devices which they don't have internet, or if they do have internet enabled, that you're able to turn it off quite easily and you know not use those apps whilst it's disabled. So it's just something to think about, really. The internet has many perks. We all use it. You're watching this video using the internet, but it's just something to think about. Restrict your internet usage. Start sort of from the root problem. And yes, discipline might be part of that. But, I guarantee if someone came into your house and said, "I'm taking your router for the whole day," you'd find something to do. You probably do stuff which you haven't even thought about, but you might even be more productive. But, we have to sort of move away from this complete dependence on the internet in order for us to be effective human beings, or whatever that means, or productive and all of these things. I think it's a case of just, restricting our usage and really remembering what it is to live without these things, without these modern conveniences. So, look, let me know your thoughts. Let me know if you've tried to abstain from the internet or limit your internet usage, and if it's been a good experience, or if it's been a bad experience. I myself haven't really tried it because I only just thought of this. Um, but yeah, do let me know. And if you like this video, please do give it a like, hit that subscribe button, and yeah, see you in the next video.